Let me ask you one question.
If a lion and a buffalo went head-to-head, who wins?
You'd say the lion, obviously. But here's an interesting fact. Take that same lion, raise him in a cage from birth.
Feed him every day. Never let him hunt.
Never let him struggle. That lion grows up, looks like a lion,
Has the body of a lion, but doesn't live like one.
and that right there is exactly what's happening to most of us.
We were all born lions. Every single one of us.
But somewhere along the way, after someone laughed at us,
After a failure hit us harder than we expected,
after life just kept showing up, we forgot.
we forgot we were lions. Today, I'm going to tell you a story.
And alongside that story, I'm going to give you the lion code.
5 steps that separate ordinary people from extraordinary ones.
This isn't some random framework. There's real psychology behind every step.
And the story, I promise you, is going to hit different.
If you actually want to apply these ideas in your own life,
And not just feel good for 5 minutes. Stay until the end.
there's something specific there for you. Now, let's start the story.
There's a small town in rural Ohio,
The kind of town where everybody knows everybody.
where the diner on Main Street has had the same menu since 1987, where the football team is the only thing that sells out on Friday nights.
In that town, in a beat-up house, lived a kid named Marcus. Marcus's dad worked double shifts. His mom cleaned office buildings at night.
They were never broke enough to make the news.
But they were always one bad month away from real trouble. The kind of family where the heat got turned down to save money. Where back-to-school shopping meant goodwill, not the mall.
Marcus noticed everything. He noticed which kids came in fresh Jordans.
He noticed which kids got picked up in new SUVs. He noticed which kids got to go on the spring break trips. And he noticed something else. The adults in his neighborhood.
Most of them had just stopped dreaming, stopped pushing.
They'd traded in their ambitions somewhere along the way. Marcus didn't want that. He had this feeling in his chest, hard to describe, like something was pressing against his ribs. At night, after his parents came home exhausted,
Marcus would sit on the floor with a flashlight and read.
everything he could get his hands on. Business books, biographies.
Articles he printed at the library because they didn't have internet.
His friends gave him grief about it constantly.
Bro, just live your life. You think reading is going to change anything?
Marcus, we're from Eastside. You know how this goes. And every time someone said that, he felt it.
A small part of that fire inside him would flicker.
But it never went out. One Saturday, Marcus was in the city.
Standing near the entrance of a building was a man, late 50s, sharp eyes, dressed simply but with a calm about him.
The man was talking to someone. One line drifted across the street.
The person who learns to use their pain as a tool.
There is no ceiling for them. Marcus stopped walking. He stood there on the sidewalk, and those words just stayed.
Use your pain as a tool. He didn't fully understand it yet.
But something in him recognized it, like hearing a song, you know. He crossed the street, he walked up to that man,
And said, "What you just said about pain, can you explain that?"
The man looked at him, really looked, like he actually saw him.
he said, "Let me ask you something. Where does a lion get its power?"
Marcus said, "From its strength, its size?" The man shook his head.
A lion gets its power from its hunger.
When a lion is hungry, it becomes unstoppable. But the moment you put that lion in a zoo, feed it every day,
The lion is still physically a lion, but it doesn't function like one. Your struggle, your pain, that's your hunger. The rare ones use it. Marcus went home that night a different person.
Now, before we go further, real quick, if you want to go deeper into the psychology of why this works, check out Summary Board. We've condensed over 70 powerful books.
You get the key ideas fast without reading 300 pages.
it is $9 a month. If you subscribe now,
You also get my 21-day challenge completely free. The link is in the description. Now, back to Marcus. He got a job, entry-level at a mid-sized logistics company. The kind of job where you make copies and answer to everyone.
the kind of job where people look through you. And from day one, Marcus watched everything.
He watched how the managers moved, how they talked in meetings.
He was reverse engineering the gap between where he was and they were. And what he found surprised him. It wasn't that they worked harder. The difference was how they thought. They asked different questions.
They saw problems before anyone else. They didn't react, they responded.
And this is where the lion code really begins. Leverage your pain. Psychology says humans are motivated by two things:
Pleasure and pain. But pain is a stronger motivator than pleasure.
Marcus had pain, the memory of his dad's aching hands, the memory of his mom leaving at 11 p.m. in a uniform.
He didn't bury that. He weaponized it.
Every time he felt like stopping, he went back to that pain. Let it fuel him. Your pain is not your enemy. Most people try to escape it. Extraordinary people do the opposite. They look their pain in the face and say, "You work for me me now. What is the pain in your life that you've been running from?
Marcus spent 3 months at that company just watching. Then he noticed the company was hemorrhaging clients.
Because their follow-up system was broken. Leads were falling through cracks. Marcus was a copy guy. This was not his lane.
He spent 2 weeks on lunch breaks building a tracking system, something even the most tech-resistant person on the team could use. He walked into his supervisor's office and said, "Can I show you?"
His supervisor looked at him like he had 3 heads.
"I know I'm in the mailroom, but this might help. 5 minutes." 45 minutes later, they were still talking.
I identify the right questions. Most people spend their entire lives asking the wrong questions.
Why does this always happen to me? Why can't I catch a break?
These questions are dead ends. Extraordinary people ask different things. What can I learn from this? What's the real problem here?
Marcus didn't ask, "Why am I stuck?" He asked, "What do they need?" That shift is one of the most powerful moves a human can make.
The quality of your life is determined by your questions. The tracking system Marcus built saved the company an estimated $40,000. He got a promotion, then another one. He was managing a team, and then everything blew up. A new regional director came in who felt threatened by Marcus. He built a case against him, exaggerated complaints, distorted facts. One Thursday morning, Marcus was called into HR.
By noon, he was cleaning out his desk. He sat in his car in the parking lot for 40 minutes. He'd worked 18 months.
He'd done everything right, and it didn't matter.
That night, he called his dad. His dad listened.
He said, "Son, they can take the job. They can't take the knowledge. Oh, offer value before you ask." This is the step most people skip. They think transactionally. What's in it for me? Extraordinary people flip the sequence. They give first, consistently, generously, without keeping score.
Marcus built that tracking system on his own time.
He didn't ask for a raise first, he brought his best first. Jeff Bezos talks about this. Give customers more than they expect. Value creation first, the reward follows. Always.
What value could you create right now without being asked?
Marcus didn't take a week off. He didn't spiral. On Monday morning, he started building something of his own.
He took the system he'd built and turned it into a service.
He reached out to small businesses, asked if they had the problem. They did. His first client paid him $500 a month. Within 6 months, he was making more than his old job.
But something was shifting inside him, and not in a good way.
He started to pull away from his old friends and family. He told himself he was focused, that relationships were a luxury. He missed graduations. He turned down his mom's Sunday dinners. One afternoon, his old friend Damon showed up. Damon said, "You made it, man, but I don't know you anymore." Marcus didn't have an answer. Never let failure define you.
This is where most people permanently exit the journey.
People who catastrophize failure, they stop trying. They internalize the failure as identity. I'm a failure.
The people who keep going, they see failure as data.
Marcus got fired unfairly, but he didn't let it become his story. He extracted the lesson and he kept moving. Your failure is not your identity. It is information. Use it. And now, the step that Marcus almost missed entirely. Nurture your roots. The greatest predictor of human happiness is not wealth. It's the quality of your relationships. The Harvard study proved this.
The people who thrived were the ones who stayed connected.
Marcus realized success alone felt like a specific kind of empty. He called his mom that night, told her he'd be there Sunday. He apologized to his cousin. He called his dad back every day. He hired Damon and split equity with him, not for business, because Damon told him the truth. That's worth more than equity. That's worth everything. Let's bring it all together. The Lion Code. Leverage your pain. Your struggle is your fuel. I identify the right questions. Audit the quality of your thoughts.
Offer value before you ask. Give first, consistently.
Never let failure define you. Failure is a chapter, not the book. Nurture your roots. Don't trade relationships for your resume. Marcus is 32 now. His company has 14 employees. His dad retired last year. Marcus made sure that was possible. He still has the flashlight from his childhood bedroom. It's on his desk as a reminder of where the fire started. The lion was always there, even when the cage felt real. The lion is in you too. It never left. It just got quiet. Today is the day you reminded what it was born to do. If you want to go deeper, check out Summary Board. Over 70 books, $9 a month, link in the description. Don't just watch. Do something with this. See you next time.